Hello everyone and welcome back to the Ironside cast. We met where we have a 3v3 for you all here on Across the Rhine on the Western Front. Group players. For the Americans we have Leonard here, we have Dr. Katz, and rounding out as the British we have Styx, dedicated Royal Mechanized Regiment. We visit the Germans today, we have Sun Tzu as the Wehrmacht, Italic Storm as the Wehrmacht, and rounding them out as Orkan with propaganda tactics for the Waffen-SS. So somewhere across the Rhine here in Western Germany, as the Sturm Grenadiers and the Volkssturm are being assembled here. The rest is not really moving, that's not a good sign. Perhaps they're having issues loading in, so that doesn't persist.
Listen up, fellas.
Dr. Cat advancing here, as well as the British slowly moving up.
Choppers ready to go.
Not looking good when Leonard doesn't move stuff. I'm imagining it's because they have issues loading in
Ready for action.
or something.
We have a fresh grenadier squad.
Generally not a good sign. Anyway, the Germans are advancing here across the front line, getting territory. Looks like the Pioneers have been able to push it pretty far here thanks to Sun Tzu. Sun Tzu has gone for Panzerdivision. Nothing yet from Italic Storm.
Tell us what to do.
Steppers have encountered the Sturm Pioneers. No commanding from Dr. Katz.
Choppers ready for go.
Steppers getting some good shots in. And the Sturm Grenadiers now securing the roadside railroad here that's been destroyed. Riverside, not roadside. So looks like it might be some small estuary of the Rhine. Is that a bridge? Oh, there's a bridge over there. Didn't I actually see that before? Never noticed. There we go. Linus is finally moving. Since they're a little bit late on it, so they have a lot of catching up to do. We'll be watching your career with interest. Looks like it's like Storm's gone for Leichte. The American riflemen getting into position. The right rifle are pretty damn good at close to medium range. Thanks to everyone Garants. The Germans don't want to be in very short range with these Americans. So the Germans got some good cover positions here. And he's got a very good position up there, and the Pioneers laying in fire. High level grenade does go up from the Americans, forcing the Pioneers to move. Pullbank with an MG42 arriving here, forcing the Americans back. Looks like the Volkssturm are supporting the Waffen-SS down here to hold the riverside. But it's on the high ground though, trying to do the best, but the high ground does not actually matter in Company Heroes 2, unfortunately. So the marksman rifles are going to be the thing here for the 5 sections today, at least for one squad. Not looking good here for Leonard, has already been pushed this far back due to the inactivity thing. Hopefully they can turn that around. Well, the Waffen-SS is doing a good job up there, just using their Volkssturm to just basically be a wall the British have to fight through. They can be in a static position for a while with a change to accuracy, I reckon. So it makes them very difficult to get through. So decent static infantry. And using their best here, but looks like Americans getting up on the flank. They can't be hit though at this angle. They just pull a little bit back, but it's not going to help them too much. Cooldown remains on the suppressive mode here. Critical machine gun is being set up though, forcing the Kugelwagen back. The Americans pushing up, it looks like this is going for Rifle Commander, getting some 29th. Very cheap infantry squad. MG44 sitting out in the open road, which means it's a pinned. Which allows the Americans to probably get close to it. Yeah, the MG44 is to pull back. Critical manages to push through them. Now Markman on the flank, the Pioneers in trouble. Looks like Sun Tzu got bamboozled. Never thought I'd see that day, I suppose. Did you read your own book, maybe? I'm trying to make a very bad joke. Laugh, damn it! See, the Waffen-SS remains down here. They'll control this area for a while, I reckon, unless the British can find a way to push through. But the Americans can now get territory again. We can try and secure ground. With an MG sitting up here, this might be an MG34 as well. This Realism could be in trouble, trying to get behind the sandbags here. Doesn't need an MG34. Yep. Because it looks like that Sun Tzu has not actually built the first building at all. They're relying entirely on Volks Grenadiers and things they can get from the first structure. I guess they might be skipping it here, which is entirely viable for the Wehrmacht to do. They can 100% skip it here. They don't have to build the Baracken. Great going in there, they didn't really do much. Oh, that's a smoke grenade. Oh, so they can push up on this angle. That's actually ingenious from Lennorus. A grenade would just have the machine gun pop out and then pop back in, but the smoke allows them to get close. That's actually really well thought out from Lennorus. And now the Americans are close here, and they can use the structure. Both squadiers are coming up though. Tossing a grenade in. The machine gun crew has been cleared. Funflash is being prepared behind us, good to see. Funflash being tossed in the structure. It's going to deny that structure for a while. MG is being repicked here by the Germans. Another machine gun coming up. But no pioneers to build up structures. Still the Americans are securing ground. Let's see. More 29th infantry is being pushed up, however. It's a good way to get some ground back because, as I said, they are very cheap riflemen. They're an exceptionally cheap rifleman squad. They're still fairly reliable in medium to close range because they have semi-automatic weapons. They are, however, very easy to hit, I think. Not very accurate. That said, they got a good shot in there. And an American squad you can very easily replace. You can just continuously get them. Full Wagner's in the move here. Go for this other 29th squad. Replace them very quickly. And then mowing them down. Now the British infantry squad trying to find a way to get in here. The Germans have already started laying in mines. Prepared Panzerjägers. And also preparing bongers now. But we have gone for armored here for Dr. Katz, okay. Mechanized, armored, and rifle. Not a bad combination. All the Germans have Panzer. Why is it lagging? There we go. Yeah, Panzer, Leichte, and propaganda. It's also not a bad combination, I reckon. Better caliber setting up to hold the back line here of the Americans in case they get pushed back. Not a bad choice, all things considering.
Is under attack.
30 caliber opening fire. Pressing an MG-34. Grenade being tossed out.
Specially outfitted Panzer IV command tanks are now available. Panzer IV command
This one gets suppressed. They're being tossed out on the machine gun. Killing some of them. You're gonna have to get out of that. This one vaulting over here to inside the farm structure. Very nice. Oh, just waiting. That's pretty cheeky. I like that. Oh, the flamethrower is on range, which allows the MG-34 to just rip into the structure. You know, the Brits have the high ground again, but it doesn't really matter much. We do have an MG-08 here, manned by some Foxstone. Black Turbines over here in the center by the Germans. They are really trying to dig in. And if the flag gets set up, that's going to be much harder for the Americans to push back. The Allied forces are going to have to get something to get through to that flak gun pretty quickly. We have an 80 gun, a 57mm, but they need to target it down. Like a M20 got targeted out here by a Panzer II command tank.
The bunker has been converted to an emergency medical station.
Panzer II command tank is going to be a little bit difficult for the Allies to deal with, I reckon. The American riflemen are not really going to have the means to deal with it. We have a Stuart tank coming out. They get rifle grenade off, which slowed it down and has damaged the engine, which should make it easier for the Stuart to hunt it down. Now works on. The Panzerfaust have been equipped in the Fox. Stuart is having issues penetrating though. Oh, there we go. That's one shot. Panzerfaust are being upgraded though. Oh, Panzer II command tank has been cleared out. Smoke pop there to cover its retreat. Good to see. Looks like Lennorus knows what to do. Good to see. Despite their earlier issue of not really moving, they seem to be doing fairly well despite the issues. So I'm glad to see that. Making it quite interesting. You have a Hausturmführer arriving here for the Waffen in the north. Trying to figure out what they want to do. Trying to call in some kind of artillery strike. It's going to be a single shot. So a precision strike from a 18 or 15 centimeter. The Brits are going to have to want to move there. That's going to be a very big shell coming in. Oh, they're not moving. Boom! Take down the medic team. And with the flag position in the center, the Germans can have this area quite well covered. The Stuart tank remains a little bit of a menace here. The Americans try to work their way up the road here. But the Panzer IV F1 is arriving here for the Wehrmacht. Stuart cannot fight that efficiently. Has to get on its flank or behind it. It has some structures you can work, and they do have a flamethrower team nearby. If they can get in the right position on it and stun lock it, the Stuart could get behind. They might have an opening here. Ah, the flamethrower did not really do anything there. Has the flamethrower been changed? As the flamethrower should stun lock vehicles, I think. Even damage them. 81 has arrived though. Oh, sticky bomb! America's man's get a sticky bomb off. Oh, a combusted B actually! They've almost taken out the Panzer IV or F1 because of it. Stuart's gonna try and go for a shot. Nope. Letting in it. Panzer IV F1 has to pull back. Panzerjägers have arrived there with a Panzerstreck. Try and hold down the front line again. Valentine's hanging around here for the British and several mortars as well. Machine gun inside this little top area as well. Just keeping an eye on the place. The Germans are still holding the area. Not really much happening there. Meanwhile, the Wehrmacht is taking in the center. Most of the fight is going to be happening around this little road and this farm, I reckon, for a while. And the flak gun trying to be set up here by the Wehrmacht. Panzerjägers remain in a spot waiting for that Stuart to reveal itself as he's moving about. Be very careful wherever they move. They've been spotted. And that's too late for that Panzerjäger. They get killed. Precision shot landing near the British troops and the Americans as they try to do a combined push up here. They might still be able to push through thanks to the Valentine, but they need more infantry support behind it. The positions have really screwed up the Allied push, I imagine. Hackers arrived here for the propaganda tactics, though. The British then have to pull back from this flank alongside the Americans. He's for a little bit. That is Panzerbüchse. Valentine gets taken out by the pack. Americans have tried to figure out how to push up here. There is still a lack of AT equipment, but there is a stock observation vehicle arriving here for the Wehrmacht. Panzer IV F1 remains strong. There's some light artillery being called here by the American lieutenant. Stuart is going for that flak. Very smart. He needs to take out the flak, but it's being stunned by the flak gun. Observation stock arriving, but it has pinned down the flak team, allowing the Americans to get up to full grades on it. That's a full-on grade assault. Stock gets cleared out though, but flak gun has been cleared. But the Americans have a hard time pushing up, and they need more infantry. They need more support to push with them. It's going to quickly setting up. We also have an anti-tank team. Just quickly rushing for that flak gun. Ooh, good bazooka hit. The cabin fire. There's a crew cabin fire there. Smoke popped here around the flag. That's going to allow the BH to get close. That's going to start flaming into the flag area. They're destroying it. Some Nebelwerfers have been called in. Oh, they killed the rear on the retreat. But honestly, the Nebelwerfers aren't doing that much. The Americans don't have that much behind it. Now the Wehrmacht's Panzer forces are somewhat suffering in that area. More forces have been mustered up though. Of a Panzer 48 out down here by the riverside. Hawkstorm are suffering losses as they move up. The mortars start opening fire. We also have some Coldstream Guard in the fields. Unique to Royal Mechanized. One of the oldest serving British regiments, I'm pretty sure. I think they've been fighting since the American War of Independence, I'm actually confident. Equipped entirely with American equipment. So they are a lot more like American riflemen in how they operate. Very good for assaulting positions and getting in medium range combat. That's a very veteran Kugelwagen, holy shit. It's like the Wehrmacht's forces are really moving alongside this one. Americans are slowly pushing up here. Trying to push through the road. Mine's now being laid in case they get pushed back. See them thinking ahead. They're calling around this structure. Most of the Germans don't want that structure to be in American hands. They also have a very good spot to look over much of this area. Americans also can walk around slowly. They need to get up on this flag though. Two pioneers being suppressed as they try to advance up here. Machine gun is still in a very decent position. Mountain tank on the flank. Lots of fighting going on along the front line. Coldstream Guard has been equipped with carbines, folks, of it. Improve their close quarters effectiveness. Kugelwagen has been cleared out here. Doing an MG42 manned by some Panzer Grenadiers. All the Wehrmacht is suffering. They have gotten the Barack in though, so they can get Panzer Grenadiers if they need it. They're getting a Hanomag. The Americans are starting to dig in now. Let's get Ladung force the D-29 back. The fighting is now happening down here near the riverside. Alstom Fear is trying to call in a precision strike. Panzer J in advance. Several Valentines are being prepared. Oh, that's going to be a push on the Valentine. I don't think the Valentine is noticed. Oh, that's too late. Survived though, because it landed right behind it. It landed straight on it.
Watch out! They're heading outside.
He needs to pull back for some repairs. Looks like the Panzer Grenadiers here did use the smoke grenade there from their rifle. Moving straight into the rear echelon. And cutting them to pieces. Americans have also reporting forward headquarters here from the hill. Trying to oversee much of the fighting. With the carbine placement of the lieutenant inside. Ooh, Thompsons are being handed out here to the 29th. I do think they can get Thompsons, which is pretty neat for such a low quality infantry. I believe there needs to be a certain veterancy before you can equip it on them. That said, for 20 munitions, 2 Thompsons, that is pretty damn good. For such a cheap, for such a low quality unit. Damn, so you can basically make them impromptu assault troops with for barely any resource if you can get the veteran. That's pretty damn good. Because the Thompson fires a 45 ACP round, I think, which is a pretty high caliber round, I think. Oh, looks like we have a flame half-track on the move here. Ooh. Flamethrower half-track's trying to do his best here, but gets taken out. I feel the flamethrower change might not have been the best, but who am I to judge? Still doesn't seem to do pretty good against infantry, though. It doesn't really stop vehicles anymore. Which it really should. Observation stock is calling in another naval weapon barrage. I don't think the Americans didn't realize what's going to happen. That could be a very big problem. Ostman also ran behind us. Yep, here comes the naval weapons. We can hear them in the distance. The Americans quickly need to scatter. Ambulance quickly moves away. Fortunately, the Americans don't have that much there yet. Oh, Realism does get killed though. Now the Austrian and observation stock is on the move. The Americans pushing up here at the same time. Panzer Grenadiers and Panzer 4F1 is going to counterattack. Realism squad gets cleared out. Boston takes a hit, forcing him back. With a Panzerwerfer ram in the northern flank for the Mthis. British Valentine tanks are just gathering up. But the British can't really move that easily here. They have lots of folks from home the riverside. We have stormtroopers here to supplement them. As the Germans just dig in, good to see. That's going to be a very hard defense to break through unless they get heavy artillery. Oh, Osling gets taken out there. Looks like the Inreds is slowly pushing up along the road here. Valentine tanks are moving into positions. The fighting continues along the road here. Panzer II command tank is under fire. Observation stock as well. Took a misses. MP40 armed Volksgrenadiers are meeting with Thompson armed 29th. Looks like the Thompson armed 29th wins out that engagement. I like to see that the 29th can get Thompsons. It's such an unusual upgrade you don't expect on such low quality infantry. There's a recon guy behind them, they haven't noticed. He's just taking them out one by one. He has to reload. Takes another one. They haven't noticed, oh my god, they haven't noticed this Aufklar just behind them. You know, one by one. Anyway, he takes up basically a whole squad. That's the power of having a semi-automatic weapon, I guess. Sugar hits the F1 there, forcing a crew cabin fire. You also have some American armored riflemen in the field, the 3rd Infantry. Intended to fight alongside vehicles, but I don't really see a lot of American vehicles yet. There's Valentines gearing up here. Folkestone are trying to do an assault. The Panzerbuster off of one Valentine. Panzerwerfer opens fire here. Like to change to the rockets where they like more slow firing. Oh, one hit straight on the Valentine, destroying it. That's two command tank again ready for action. We have another Hanomag being prepared. Another Hanomag with flamethrowers. Smoke barrage going in here from the Germans to try and cover its approach. Oh, I don't think the Americans are prepared for this time.
We have casualties.
And then the flamethrower just comes through the smoke. Bazooka misses. Oh, gets taken by a bazooka there.
Enemies inflicting losses upon us.
Panzer IV has arrived here to support. Artillery goes in here from the Americans. I think the Americans have more than enough anti-tank equipment here to stop this Panzer IV. Looks like it decides against it. They might be waiting for another naval barrage.
Specially outfitted Panzer IV command tanks.
But it's just unable to really push down to the river here. The Waffen keeps this area under control. Ambulance remains in the front to allow the Americans to replenish. Yeah, you do have the Veterans II to get the Thompson. I would have thought that because being able to get a Thompson out the gate for such a low quality infantry would not make sense. Plus, the Thompson is such a good submachine gun because of the high caliber bullet it fires. Allows the two actually do a lot of damage. I think it's called the 45 ACP round, but I may be mistaken. I'm not good on the numbers of the Thompson specifically. More rockets going in here. Causing issues for the American defense. As he's stunning most of them. This is actually the moment where the Germans should push, but oh, they are not able for going in first. That's causing some havoc. And so that the Germans should push, but they don't have a lot of infantry. Just one Volksgrenadier with some MP40s and another Volksgrenadier out. You have a Panther tank being requisitioned. Looks like the Mthis is trying to push up from the river now.
Waiting
The British suddenly have a lot to stop them. Panzer 40 and some Volksturm advancing. We also have a Totenkopf Tigers being available now to them. So they got that many command points. The Americans remain firm here on the road they've secured. Half-Cloud being spotted. And being cut to pieces slowly by that 30 caliber machine gun. So we also have a recon run going overhead here for the Germans. Giving them an idea of what's going on. Seeing the Americans slowly pushing forwards. Mountain tanks on the move. They get taken out bit by bit by the Panzer IV and some rockets. Oh, driver injured on the Panzer IV. It's getting too close to the Volksturm though. Volksturm do a Panzerfaust. Panzer IV has to pull back for repairs though. The British have suffered heavy losses here. Panzer 4G on the move. Time to push for the center here. The Americans are lacking AT equipment. They need to turn this 57.
We lost a gun crew.
More rockets being fired here from the Panzerwerfer. It's been good. Uses very good support here. Able to stun the American defenses. Also heavy damage to them. The Sugar's been reloaded. We saw him pull in another rocket. He takes the shot. He misses. It's over a long distance. And now the Germans have pushed up over here. It's not looking good for the Allies. The Allied forces are suffering heavily. We do have a Sherman 76 arriving here for the United States though. But it has to push through a fair few things here. Said it's up to the Emirates, I feel, to push through. Unless they can do something to outflank the German positions. It's not looking good for the Allied forces. We've got the Sherman 76 being positioned. And 4G did take a big hit there. Oh, the Sherman's on the move. Needs to be cautious. Oh, misses. That stock really is the problem. They need to take out that stock somehow. Half a tank is now arriving though. And that's the Sherman taking out.
A medium tank was just lost.
Now with the Panther in the field, the Americans need to be very careful. They do have a priest on the field now. Try and deal with the Nazi artillery. Now Mthis holding the center here pretty well. Americans are trying to use the trench up here to their advantage. German 76 arriving. Germans actually, they do have a pack there though, so they can actually deal with the Sherman. Yeah, getting a good shot in there with the pack.
Steady up, fellas. Ready for orders.
Germans need to get some more infantry to support the Panther though. I suppose with how tight the area is, the two Volksturm can't suffice. Rockets going in, hitting the American positions.
Our fighting positions is sustaining fire.
German rocket-based artillery is just being too efficient here.
Half track. Swing the main gun on him. Go ahead. Listen up.
And the other one fires. Germans have enough of these Panzerwerfers, they can lay down a lot of fire. Now hitting the British space. But the British so far just lacking in units up here. Not looking good for them. We also have the Totenkopf Tiger is now arriving.
Send your orders.
Flamethrower attack on the move. That's going to encounter Sherman 76. Sherman misses though. Allowing the flamethrower to cut it to just burn the American riflemen to pieces.
Lost an infantry unit.
There we go, gets taken out.
They got wiped out.
More American units are moving up. They're using smoke, good to see. Well, looks like they picked up a recoilless rifle on the way here. Americans trying to do their best here. Panther's trying to push for the center. Panthers a pretty damn good tank, so pretty understandable. Still not a lot of movement on the other Wehrmacht flank. Mthis is doing a lot to try and hold the line here. And just apply pressure to the Germans. Buy the rest of the Allied team some time. The rest of the Allies just don't have a lot of gear. We do see it on the Valentine double Stuart. Is Sticks not getting anything heavier? Perhaps they don't understand how the British take-up works. But you need to requisition medium tanks and everything. And the Germans are going to go for a base assault now by the looks of it. Unless they might have a shot. Tiger is on the move. Oh, 70 pounder hit, but did not do a lot of damage. Explosive hits the ground in front of it. Ooh, mobility lost. It's a pretty big hit right there. The Valentine's getting too close to the German infantry. It makes it a much easier target for the Panzerfausts. Again, you don't want to get close to infantry if you can. Infantry generally have some short range anti-tank capabilities if you get too close after all. But that Tiger is stuck. German's going to try and get around the flank, but I don't think it's going to work out that well for it. Oh, got a good flanking shot there, but the Stormtroopers are trying to get close. They're close, they're throwing a Panzerknacker on it. That's a dead Sherman. But the Tigers is still stuck there. I don't think the Stuarts can do much to that. Especially with the Panzer IV covering it. They're gonna try, but I don't think the Stuart can do anything to the rear of their Tiger. But it looks like the 17 pounder takes out the Tigers. The British can hold the line for a little bit longer. You know, maybe I see more smoke being used here by the Americans. More Panzer rockets are going out. Trying to lay down as much pressure as possible. And the ambulance remains just in range to help recuperate the losses. Pampas trying to make a push here. Needs to be careful, that's a lot of 80 guns pointing at it. So far its frontal armor is holding up. Pampas pretty good frontal armor after all. Better frontal armor than the Tiger actually. But a few penetrations is all it takes.
Our Panzer forces have been reduced by one.
But a Panther needs to decide when he wants to take action. Needs to be cautious with his movements. One able of is being called here by the observation stock. Does have a command Panther in the field. Here comes more naval weapon rounds. Oh, another tank on the squad gets killed there. Like notice how they use the ambulance to just keep it a little bit out of range and then move it back in. And they need it. Very good. All 29 being called in. It does allow the Americans to replace their losses very quickly to have the 29. Good push up. The British just don't have a lot of other equipment here. The Blitz gets cleared. The Panzer IV takes out the Stuart. Another Panzer IV arrives. And another Blitz to facilitate repairs, but it gets hit by a mortar. And they have to repair themselves first. But the British have lost practically everything. Not looking good here for the British Commonwealth. 6 needs to get some other units out, I reckon. They're doing the tech up here now. Looks like Sun Tzu is trying to rub it in somewhat. And this is the Allied play doing the most to try and hold them back at the moment, I feel. Rest of the Allied force is not doing too hard. But still the Germans... And yeah, Sticks leaves and gets replaced by an AI. That's unfortunate. But I guess it makes sense at that point. Fortunate. We'll try and skip up time a little bit. Wait to see if there's any actual pushes going on. Anyways, does consistently try to push up and get territory. It's good to see. And also using smoke. That's exactly what you should be doing. King Tiger has been prepared by the Germans. All the smoke being used by the Lenois is really nice. Because they know how to use the terrain and the side radius as there. Or side... What's it called? Side view? Or just sight to the advantage. That's 2 command tickets taken out. And there is still an issue pushing up though. There's now a bunker there. One Panzer Variant also gets taken out. Perhaps the Germans get a little bit compliant now that they know that the bridges is being replaced by an AI. Who knows? The Americans still need to get more things. They are going to get Pershing out for the center here. Now, so trying to take out those flag emplacements. Just going slow. Buccaneers on the move. You have the King Tiger soon. Command landing in that structure, almost sitting into place. Buccaneers on the assault here. MP40s have been equipped. Main assaults are being used. The Buffalo soldiers also been called in for the central front here for the United States. Pershing has hit the front line. Panthers pushing through the center here slowly. He's attempting to. But the Pershing is soon arriving. Let's see if the Pershing can do anything against this. That's going to be the big tell here. The Pershing is fairly reliable, but they're still trying to deal with Panthers frontally. Just not what it's the best at, I'd say. But good deflection damage there, at least. But the King Tiger is almost ready for the Wehrmacht on the other side. Oh, Panther gets taken out. That's a pretty huge deal. Pershing pushes up slowly. Needs to. Oh, it's not overextend. There's a pack nearby. Takes out the Panzer IV. Buffalo soldiers coming up behind. High explosives around there. Misses. Rockets going in. Panzer Faust going off the Pershing. Does some damage. Panthers going in for the kill. The command Panthers going forwards. Getting a deflection shot there. Americans still have a good presence here. The Pershing pulls back for repair successfully. More and more American infantry is arriving. But they need to hold this flank here. The Volksgrenadiers is just pushing up. The King Tiger is hitting the front line. Now the Allies have to deal with that. Range guns are opening fire though. More rockets going in. I feel as if the German rocket assembly might be a little bit overtuned. But who am I to judge? I'm not really the best person at balancing, I'm pretty sure. So Priest should probably pull a little bit back. And the Priest should probably pull back. Might be too late for it now. Oh, that hasn't been spotted yet. It's been spotted, but it's backing off. The range assaults from the Volksgrenadiers is actually on point, I'd say. After this is now pushing up, because the AI bridges does not know how to play. This AI bridge is very weird. AI in general just is very weird, doesn't really work. Here's some Yorkshire being called in, which is just another unit able to Royal Mechanized. But it's not looking good here. So the American tenacity might not last forever here. So still doing a good job despite everything. But the King Tiger now advancing with some Panzer Grenadier support. The Germans are securing more and more ground slowly. The Allies are basically one player down after all, which is certainly hurting. I have an engine on the Panther. The Americans don't have a lot to capitalize on it. Ooh, that's a sticky bomb. That do anything? Nope, not much. The King Tiger is now present, keeping an eye near the center. Panzer IV pushed up, but that gets destroyed by the Pershing, which is relocated. Pershing is a pretty good tank after all. Americans are doing that dance to try and hold on. You have a Centaur being pulled nearby the British AI. See how much a Centaur will do. Panzer IV are going on the hunt. Then get one more penetration that Pershing, they could probably kill it. Oh. I don't know if the Pershing can handle these two on its own. You have an easy hit on the flank. One Panzer IV is taken out. They might be able to survive. Yep. The easy hit coming to the rescue there. Ostwind is now being prepared by the Wehrmacht. I guess they want to clear out all this infantry.
We lost an infantry unit. They got wiped out.
But the Allies have just been pounded to hell.
Enemies are storming one of our emplacements.
And as I said, the British AI does not really know what it's doing. Just moving stuff around very weirdly. Not even really trying to push anywhere. Just placing troops around in weird spots. Ostwind on the move, but Ostwind is not going to do much against the Sherman. But the Panther is going to try and take out the Sherman. Fail to penetrate. Rommel is trying to push up here at least for a while. ECS needs repairs. He's trying to have a duel here with a Command Panther. I don't think ECA can win out against the Command Panther at this range. So they did a good attempt though. They both pull back for repairs. Sherman gets taken out there by the King Tiger. Oh, it might have been the Panther actually. Now the King Tiger is keeping an eye on this front line. Sherman pulls back for repairs. Ostwind is now laying in flak fire. King Tiger turning his gun on that Sherman. Ostwind does get taken out. Sherman gets taken out by the King Tiger.
We just lost a medium tank.
Beast opens fire again, but the Panzer IV is now advancing. Not really a lot to stop them. Pershing and Sherman are needing repairs. I need two Shermans surviving here to try and shove the front line. It's just a little too late, I think, and as I said, the British AI is not really doing anything. At this point in surrender makes sense. I will say though, a good job to Lenoris putting on such a good fight down here. I feel like this area was like the highlight of this game, watching this little part down here. Lenoris wasn't able to do anything early on because of whatever reason, perhaps loading in. But then they pushed back and actually did a lot of good action down here. I enjoyed that. Until next everyone, bye bye.